Ladies, gentlemen, and internet trolls, welcome to episode 9 of Fan Fridays, the show where I give outsiders an inside look into the mind of an MLB All-Star. Have you ever wondered who my favorite pitcher to watch is? I'll tell you right after the break. Alrighty, let's answer some questions from YouTube. First, question number 1. Were you good at 12 to 13 years old? Yeah, I was the best, obviously. No, I wasn't great. I wasn't bad, I guess. I don't know. I was okay. I never made the A tournament team or the A travel ball team. I was never the best player. I was good-ish, but no, nothing spectacular. No one that you would look out there and be like, man, that kid right there, he's going to be a big leaguer. No, that wasn't me. Question number 2. For a college pitcher, what are your thoughts on playing summer ball versus training for a summer? That's a good question, and it's super individualized. What was your workload during season? That's one thing that comes into it. And where are you in your career? What year are you? And what is summer ball going to do for you that training won't? Or are you going to get better in summer ball or in training? Things to think about here. Do you throw hard enough to be a big leaguer? If you don't, then you're probably not going to get drafted and you probably should go train. Do you throw hard enough and you have command and your pitches are all plus, but you were injured? Maybe you took a line drive off the shin like I did and missed an entire season and didn't get to pitch? Okay, in that case, maybe go play summer ball. Did you throw 16 innings as a reliever and you want to be a starter next year? Okay, maybe you need to build up some volume. I can see that. You might want to go play summer ball. But most kids, I would say the general rule is you'll develop way more training for a summer if you have the right training program than you ever will playing summer ball. Another thing to consider though is if you get a chance to go play in summer ball in the Cape, it's also a good experience. So life-wise, life experience, like there might be something to be said for that, but you have to keep in mind like what are your current goals and what are your future goals, and just be honest with yourself about where are you. Like if you don't want to play after college, and then it doesn't matter. You're already in college, go have fun, go play summer ball or train, whichever one you want to do, just have fun. If you do want to play after college or you want to move up or be better on the team next year or whatever the case is, then, you know, have an honest conversation with yourself about what really kept you from pitching that way or pitching in that role this year, and then how are you going to actually address that and what's going to be most beneficial for you. Question number 3, who was the toughest twin you faced in your time in Cleveland? And who is the toughest hitter you have ever faced? Well, this is going to surprise a lot of you. The toughest hitter I faced was not Max Kepler, because Oswaldo Arcia did the same thing Max did to me, but years before. He actually homered off me on a rehab assignment when I was still in AAA in 2014 as part of me giving up 5 homers in the same inning to the AAA Twins. And then I got called up to the big leagues, and then the next, like 5 out of the next 8 times he faced me or 9 times he faced me, he hit a homer. So yeah, he owned me first. But Max got me pretty good last year too. So one of those 2 guys probably. Rosario's also pretty darn tough. He's just a pest because he can hit everything, and he does hit everything, and he swings all the time, and it's just, I don't know what to throw him because he's either going to hit it or look stupid on it, but there's no rhyme nor reason to it. So he's a really good hitter as well. Also, toughest hitter I've ever faced. Man, the one that stands out to me is Miggy in his prime. I mean, he just was so talented, and like there was just no way I could reliably get him out. And he was good enough to stay with his approach and like laugh at me because I couldn't beat him even if I threw to his weak spot. Like he doesn't handle the ball up and in very well, but he's really good at just fouling it off. And so we've had multiple bats where I've thrown him 4 or 5 pitches up and in, and he'll just foul them off the exact same way every time, and then just like look at me and shrug and laugh like, are you going to do something else? But as soon as I do something else, he would hit it. But if I kept going in there, I would just waste a bunch of pitches because he just would foul it off nonstop. So, I mean, that's just the mark of like a really talented special hitter, and that's the one that stands out most in my mind. And now for some questions from my fans at trevorbauer.com. Eduardo Castro Nunez asks, I know that you have played baseball with many Spanish speakers. Have you learned any funny phrases from them? And yes, the funniest one that I've learned is Kalo K, translated to what the what, but it just means what's up and how you doing, and you're supposed to respond with tranquilo, and that's probably the most American way you can say that word, but that's where I'm at with my Spanish right now, so I need to get better at that. All right, next up is Jonathan Mate, and he asks, how interested are other MLB players or professional athletes in showing us the more human side of their lives, as I've been doing? Have your peers welcomed the idea or feel it could be an invasion of their own privacy? And I gotta say, for the most part, people are super into it. It's just they don't have the resources to do it, or they don't trust the people behind the cameras doing it. Sometimes, so this is why I started Momentum, okay? The mainstream media has their own objectives. They're looking for views, they're looking for clickbait, they're looking for whatever it is they're looking for. They don't have the athlete's best interest in mind a lot of times because they're trying to run their business and generate as many views and noise about their business as possible. So as an athlete, I don't trust the mainstream media a lot, but there needs to be a player outlet where people are free to show off their personalities, because I gotta tell you, being in a clubhouse all the time, there are so many personalities that are so funny, and guys are just like, oh man, I don't know how that would be taken if it got out, because I might look this way or that way. And it's like, no man, come on, let Momentum do some stuff on you. Like, we'll paint you in a great light, we'll make you look great. The fans are gonna love this. Everyone's gonna know that you're like the funniest dude in the locker room. I won't put anyone on blast. There's a couple people I have in mind. I'm speaking directly to you. You know who you are. Some of your Snapchat stories are absolutely hilarious and would break the internet for sure, and it'd be a super positive thing. But I won't name names. But most guys are super open to it. And once you start telling them, like, hey man, our stuff is purely to make you look good and to promote the game and to paint you in a good light. Say whatever you want to say. Just be yourself, and we will paint you in that way. We give every athlete we work with final say on what comes out before it comes out. So if they say something in the moment and then when they think about it, like, actually, you know, I don't really want that to come out, we won't put it out. They give final approval on every piece that comes out. So that's kind of our company policy, because it's something that I've struggled with in the past and something that I know a lot of people have struggled with in the past. And in order for baseball to become more popular, you need more personalities to show off, not less. And unless someone's making it okay and encouraging people to show those personalities, it's not going to happen, and baseball is going to continue to die. Okay, Colin Furrow says, I understand with Dragline a while ago someone lost the bet and had to take the ACT. How did that specific someone do on the test? Well, the story you may or may not know is that there were some side bets placed on this. So yes, he lost the main bet, but the side bet was if he scored 31 or better on the ACT, I would also have to take the ACT. And there's some stuff that happened. He forgot a calculator and was up all night doing work and showed up to take the test and got a 30. And I escaped. And then, yeah, last year he beat me, so I had to wear his name across my back on Players Weekend, and then gave up all sorts of runs. And it was really fitting, actually. You know, the hitters raked me at Dragline in the offseason. The hitters raked me on the day that I wore his name. Never again. Never again. Okay, Joseph Ileto asks, who are your favorite pitchers to watch that are not teammates or ex-teammates, and who do you think has the nastiest stuff? I love watching Strasburg. I love watching Scherzer. I like watching Sale a lot. Watching Cole and Verlander is good. I just like watching elite guys, and I'm leaving plenty of guys off the list. DeGrom, like there's so many guys that I like watching, but I like watching people who are really elite at what they do, and I feel the same way about other sports. I like watching Alabama because they're elite. I like watching the Patriots because they're elite. And yes, there's other stuff you can say about the Patriots and whatever the case is, but they're just really, really good on the field at what they do, and they're super consistent. And that's what I like watching, because that's what I'm trying to become. That's what I want to be. I want to be the best there is and the best every single time out. So those are the guys I like watching. And the nastiest stuff, man, I feel like there's an actual way to answer this statistically, but just off the top of the head, it really would be hard to beat what Garrett Cole did last year. I mean, it's plus velocity with plus movement profiles on all of his pitches. And he's got 4 or 5 of them. So, yeah, I mean, right now it's probably him. Now that I have that embarrassing moment off of my mind, I have a question for you, and it is, what was your most embarrassing moment playing baseball? Let me know in the comments below. Drop your questions in the comments below, and if you'd like a shout out in a future video, head on over to trevorbauer.com, sign up for my email list, and submit your questions on the homepage. If you haven't already, help me get to my goal of 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2020 by hitting that subscribe button, sharing it with your friends, and as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on Tuesday.